Okay, so at any rate, on my previous last two videos, I lifted up this stainless steel flange because it was getting rainwater leaks in here. So this flange was sitting right on top of the teak deck, and as you can see, the planking is not even, so that's why it was leaking. So what I did was I raised this up, and I took my oscillating tool and I cut the teak out from under here, and I removed it all the way down to fiberglass, and then I laid in some butyl tape, and then reseated this on the butyl tape and tightened it down. Okay, so now I just have to raise this Sunbrella boot up, and then I'm going to install the wedges. I got to pound them down. There's 4 wedges, goes right in here, and get the wedges in, put the plastic in, and then bring the boot back down, and it'll be all done. So anyway, I'll just pull this up. Okay, so I got 4 wedges, 1 on each side that needs to go in. So the wedges are labeled. Somebody labeled them, I don't know who, but it was a good thing. Okay, so I'm going to start with the aft one. Okay, it's flush with the top of this. I think that's good enough. I don't think I need to go any further. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that there, and it moved the mast forward a little bit. So this is the last one I removed, and when I removed it, the mast moved back a little bit, so it looks like it's back to where it was. Now I'm going to put the forward one in. Starboard. This one's port, and this one is forward. And they're kind of disintegrating. Looks like it went in like this. So it went in like this. Now this one was pounded really down deep. I don't know if I'm gonna... I got some butyl tape squish out down in here, so that's gonna be... I'm gonna be squishing down into it, but... like that. That looks good. Okay. Now I'm going to do the port side. I don't like the looks of this. I'm going to turn this around. I already got it started. Oh boy. There it goes. It's coming up. Okay, this is tapered, and so I got to turn it around because this boot it's gonna be a problem with that boot there. So I got to turn it around this way. Makes more sense too. Looks like. Okay, I'm going to try this hammer here. This is my homemade hammer. I built this when I was working out on the research farm. So It's this was a piece that was machined in the machine shop of the dehydration plant where I worked. It was they had a dehydration plant, and I worked on the research farm. They were located in 2 different locations, but we had a big bone pile with a bunch of parts and scrap at the research farm, and I found this, and I thought, hey, that'd make a pretty cool hammer. So I went ahead and welded this stainless steel solid rod onto it. It's real heavy, so it's been a great hammer, and it's stainless, so it don't rust. Okay, looks pretty good. Starboard side. This one was just sitting in there loose when I took it out. It just came right out. So pound this down a little bit here. Okay, it's probably pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and pound on the port side a little more. It's sticking up the most, and I basically just want this. I don't want this boot to be sticking out, so I'm gonna go ahead and pound the other side a little bit more. Ooh, I just put some gashes here in the teak deck. It's no big deal. Teak. The really cool thing about teak is it's almost like it's living. It's alive. I've scarred up some teak on this boat really bad. On my railings in the back, I was putting in my refrigeration unit, and it was really heavy. And I gouged out the teak railing. Real deep gouges, and it just like it grows back. It fixes itself. It's really strange. That same refrigeration unit, it was an Ingle, so it's like an ice chest that's got a compressor in it. It's electric, and I had it sitting on the floor in my saloon, and I moved it, and I guess there's a little grain of sand or something in it. Put a big old deep scratch in the floor. And it was right after I bought this boat, and I was really bummed out about it. And you know, a few months later, it was gone. It healed itself. It's bizarre. So I did put some gouges in here. They're not very deep with this hammer. I think it was from the handle when I was pounding on it. Handle was hitting the teak here, but it'll fix itself. Try not to do that. Okay, that's not going anywhere. Okay, so the wedges are in. I'm going to bring this sock down and see how this looks. I want to see if the wedge over here is going to make it stick out. I think that's fine. This side looks good. And this side looks good. It sticks out slightly, but it's not enough to really notice. It's not noticeable. So, okay, now I got to do the plastic. That's going to be the fun part. So this is what's going to keep the water out, because this goes all the way down into the boat. It's all the way around here. So this could have also been the reason it was leaking rainwater. So I think, no, it went this way. It's already creased, so yeah, this is how it went. So I'm going to use some goop to glue it on, and then I'm going to use masking tape. He's got black tape around the top, which is electrical tape, and then he used a piece of duct tape on the seam here, but I hate duct tape. So this part's not gonna be easy. Let's see if I can get it back the way it was originally. I think he had it folded under or something here, because we have here. Oh, this one underneath. That's how it went. Okay, so this is how he had it. That's definitely the right way, because the black tape's here. There's residue. And the duct tape was right here on this corner, so that's definitely the same way I had it. But getting this top's got to be tight so it doesn't leak. I think he had it folded over, is what it looks like. Yeah, he's got this folded. So I'm just gonna have to work my way around, and I'm gonna use some goop. This is not going to be easy, and it's going to be messy. Okay, so I'm going to use this household goop stuff. And so the original product that was first came on the market, it was called Shoe Goo, and it was for fixing your shoes. And at any rate, this stuff is really good stuff. It lasts forever. And it really seals good. I had this. I was into whitewater rafting a lot, and back I think it was 1990. I had this inflatable kayak. It was a Sea Eagle Explorer, a really nice boat. It was silver, and it was reinforced PVC, polyvinyl chloride, which is kind of like this plastic here. And silver in color with the fabric reinforcement, and it was a really, really good boat. I just love that boat. I had it for, God, I just got rid of it last year, and I bought it in 1983, and it still held air. But I was on a river trip on the Stanislaus River at Camp 9 to Parrott's Ferry, and they'd filled up the Maloney's Dam and drowned the river, and there was protesters back in the late 70s when they did this. It was on national news, and they dammed up the river and made new Maloney's Reservoir, and so the river was drowned. Well, in 1990 there was a drought, and the lake pretty dried up quite a bit. The level in the lake went way down, and you were able to run the river again. So me and my friend Dave ran it, and we had our own boats, and so we pulled up to scout this rapid. It was a new rapid that was actually man-made. They built this road and pushed a bunch of debris and rocks and boulders down into the river, and it created this rapid. It was a pretty big rapid, and man-made rapids like that are really dangerous. So we pulled over to scout it, and the rocks were real sharp, and I ripped the side of my raft in the front on the pontoon on the left side, a foot-long gash. I mean, it was just ripped all the way through. And that was the first rapid on the trip, and it was a 2-day trip. And so we ended up portaging that rapid. It was a really big rapid, and my boat was flat. And it was starting to get dark because we started late. And so what I did was I just kind of moved over inside the raft and sat over kind of to one side. So the deflated pontoon was kind of up in the air, and the boat was sideways like this. And I sat kind of on the side. And I ran, I don't know, 2 or 3 major class 4 rapids with one side of my boat totally deflated. And we got down to where we were going to camp. And I had some Shoe Goo, and I had this carrying case bag for the raft that was made out of the same material the raft was made out of. So I cut a piece of that carrying case out, a piece of plastic, PVC, and I used Shoe Goo, and I glued it over that rip and let it set overnight. The next day I filled it up with air. It never leaked after I patched it. It was unbelievable. So this is good stuff. So I'm going to use this, and I have a feeling this is going to be kind of messy. And it's real important that I get this top piece watertight. So, and then I'm just going to wrap it with this masking tape. This blue masking tape works really good. This is called Stick Tech, and it's like waterproof. It can get wet and it does not come loose, and the longer it stays on, the harder it is to remove. And so I'm going to use this around the top and then probably around the bottom. The bottom's still got to be sealed because water will wick its way up. So I'm just going to go ahead and carefully, I guess I'll start putting this on. It's going to be a mess. Let's see what I can do. So I'm going to go right along the wood. Like this. I guess I should do the bottom too. I'm just going to do one side at a time and work my way around. I think that's the only way I'm going to be able to do it. So I'm just going to have to put a little tape here and a little tape there. And then I'm going to put the cap back on because this stuff dries out really fast. So I'm just going to do a little at a time, and then I'll wrap it again with tape when I'm done all the way around. So he has folds in this plastic, so it'll be more of a cone shape. So I think I need to get some more back here on this corner. Wow, that worked good. It's almost like I don't need to put any tape on here. You know what? I think I'm going to wait on the tape right now. I'm just going to work my way around. I'm going to go back to the back side here. I think I just got a text from my sister. I just texted her a little bit ago. Today is my mom's birthday. She died in 1990, but today is September 17th, 2023. And I bought this boat on my mom's birthday 9 years ago. So today is my boat anniversary and my mom's birthday. So yeah, I bought this boat I bought it September 17th, 2014. I've had it 9 years now. I can't believe it's been 9 years. And it was great. I talked to the previous owner and I told him, can I buy it on first I said, can I buy it in August and a certain date? And he goes, why? And I go, well, it's my birthday in August, and if I bought it on my birthday, I'll always remember that it was I bought it on my birthday. And he couldn't make up his mind whether he wanted to sell the boat or not. And I kept hounding him about it. He kept saying he'll sell it to me. Then he'd tell me he wasn't going to sell it. Then he'd tell me he's going to sell it to me. This went on for like 2 years. And then so finally I said, can he sell it to me on this Thursday? And he goes, why Thursday? I think it was Thursday or Tuesday or something like that. And I said, because it's my mom's birthday, and then I'll remember that that was the day I bought the boat. And he goes, okay, I'll sell it to you on Thursday. So I bought it on Thursday on my mom's birthday. So anyway. Okay, so now I'm just going to do the same thing back here. This is going to be the hardest part because I can't get to it very easy. This is not easy. I'm getting a lot of goop on here. The thing is, I'm going to have to get this goop pressed down tight before it dries. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to get this Sunbrella boot on here. So, okay, I got the top, I got the bottom. This corner is where it needs to go. I'm just going to lift this up carefully and put it in place. And fold the corner just like I did that side. Push it down. corner into place. And push this down good. Gotta really squish this stuff down. Now the Sunbrella protects this vinyl from the sunlight, so I don't know how long this plastic's been on here. I don't know if it's the original from the boat when it was built or if the previous owner did this, but it's in really good shape. Okay, so that's good. Now I'm just going to keep working my way around. Now I just got to do the front here. Let's go across the top and the bottom, and then I can push everything down tight and tape it. This should seal it really good. And if I got any leaks, I can come back and touch it up. That's what's nice about this stuff. I just got to go around. Oh man, this is already starting to dry on this side. I got to get this stuff pushed down as tight as I can get it, because this boot and this Sunbrella is not going to want to go around this. It's really tight to begin with. Now I'm going to go around with some tape. Okay, so I went around a couple times, and this masking tape is really good. It works good. It stays stuck even when it's wet. Now I just got to go around the bottom. I don't know if I'm going to tape the bottom. I don't think I'm going to. I don't see any use. So what I'm going to do and try to bring this boot down, and hopefully I can stretch it over. It's tight. Okay, this side looks good. It's all the way down. And I think that side's down too. Let's see if I can get this corner down a little more. Yep. Okay. So that's it. There it is. Done deal. So, this tape looks good. I'll just leave it like it is. It's been on there forever. And I can go around it again if I need to, but it looks fine to me. Feels like it's a little buggered up there, but yeah, it's alright. Okay, that's it. Done deal. So, the project is done. Wedges are in. The flange is flushed down on sitting on the butyl tape, which is on the fiberglass. It's recessed down into the deck. I got all the bolts on and tightened down. This shouldn't leak. Hopefully this will never leak again, I'm hoping. Masts usually leak because you get a lot of movement. You know, all the stresses and loads on a sail, on the sails and the rigging and the waves in the ocean put a lot of stress on masts, and they usually leak. But I have a feeling this is gonna. I don't think this is gonna leak. It'll surprise me if it does, and I'll just have to lift this boot back up and put some more Shoe Goo on it. Alright, there it is. The Sunbrella is a little dirty on this side. The rest of it's pretty clean, but at any rate, that's it. All the way around. So it's all done. And it was it took about 3 videos to get this done. So at any rate, the mast flange sealing project is done for the main mast. I still have to do the mizzen mast back there in the back. And so if you found this video helpful or entertaining, please like and subscribe.